back. So what I got going on today is just kind of some random stuff, but I figured I'd bring you along, kind of show you just kind of how maybe a typical day works. Nothing's ever the same, it seems like, in the middle of the day at least. Chores are usually always about the same. But anyway, what we got, I got to set an automatic water, a float valve up for the bulls. I've been meaning to do that for about a week. I just haven't had time to do it. So finally bought some new hose the other day. We haven't had new hoses around here for years, and it was time. The other ones were getting pretty rough. So I got a new hose, a couple new hoses. I got to run over, excuse me, and set that water up for the bulls. That way I don't have to worry about keep checking them. And then we got to, I need to run down, put out some dry hay for the dry cows and that nurse cow yesterday. This grass this time of year is just kind of powerful, and their manure is getting a little bit more loose than I'd like to see. So I put some dry hay out for them. So I wanted to go see if they ate that down. And then I got to run over across the highway to a neighbor's place. I've got some those calves, excuse me, those 4 heifers that we're keeping back. I took them over there. They've got about, I think it's 3 acres or so fenced in over there. Nice fence, brand new. Or it's a few years old, but it's hardly been used. In fact, I think I'm the only person that's ever had cattle there. So nice little facility, or nice little acreage, and they're nice enough to allow me to run some cattle over there when I need to, just for some overflow. They got good grass. So anyway, I got to run over and just check their water. I am going to take some mineral over for them because they don't have anything over there. And then after that, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to take the Massey and the disc out, the 1130, and do this pasture just right down here where I was feeding hay this winter. I'm just going to go over that. I should have done this weeks ago, but the tractor wasn't finished and I've just been busy. So anyway, I'm going to take the disc out there and just kind of lightly scratch that up where I was feeding over the winter, scratch the manure up, spread it out a little bit. And then if I get time, I'm going to run over to another spot. I think I mentioned in a previous video, there's a guy that used to, is that a bee? Wow. Anyway, there's a guy excuse me, that was paying me to mow his place. He's got, there's probably 3, maybe 4 acres, something like that. But it was trees. I cleared a bunch of trees for him and brush several years back, and then since then he's been paying me every year to come shred it with my skid steer. And so finally last year I told him, I said, you know, why don't you just let me cut this? So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I got to take the disc over there and just scratch that up and smooth it out a little bit, because I never really smoothed it out very good after I pulled all those trees. So I'm going to try and get to that today too. Hopefully I can. But that's kind of what's on the agenda. So let's get started. So I ran the hose from the hydrant over there. I tucked it in next to the building. I've done this before. If I have animals in here, as long as I keep it up next to the building here, I'll put this gate across there. I don't have any animals in here right now, but if I do, it should be fine. I've done this before. But anyway, this valve, I've got it filling right now. But I need to, I use these screws here to hold that valve on the tank, because this is just a poly tank, or a plastic tank. And that valve doesn't hang on here very well, so. I also got to throw some mineral and salt out for these bulls. I just remembered I don't have any out for them yet either, so we're going to do that. I'm gonna do that right now. So this is what we feed. We give them free choice on these 3 products. This is just a 10 fine premium mineral salt from Richmond. This is good stuff. And then this is just a this is just a rock salt right there. And then and we give them plenty of sodium too. So this is all we feed. Seems to work really well. Oh, and then with the sodium we also mix in we mix in this this DUA right here with the sodium as well. So So what we do is we just use this container right here, take about that much of this DUA and just stick it in with that. Do it on both of them. And then mix it in with the drill. And these are just old protein tubs. That's all they are. They're not ours. I got them from another farmer. That's what he uses during the winter. We don't use this kind of protein, but the tubs are really handy. They're good. Once you clean them out, they're good for water tanks or good for, like I said, mineral, like what we use them for. Works real well. So we built last fall, before we got the, or well, it was last summer, the end of last summer, before we got the dairy cows. We built all these pens here, just cattle panels and railroad ties, and we're not finished yet. Where that gate is there in the corner, that's going to keep going all the way to the right of way on the by the tracks, and then we're going to come along around here over to. There's a T-post, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a T-post right over in there, just kind of on to the right of that dirt pile. We're gonna come all the way over to there and then cut back up to where the horses are on the other side. And then we're gonna section this off into some pins. There's gonna be an alleyway in here, and then we're gonna have a working area right here on this side by this barn, and then on the back side by that tree, there's gonna be a loadout area, and I've got a pile of asphalt grindings over there, and so we're gonna make a driveway over there so it's easier to load out, especially in inclement conditions. That way I'm not subject, if it's raining or something, I'm stuck in the mud or whatever, because right now that's how it works and it really sucks. But anyway, it's a work in progress. We'll get to it probably later again this summer. Like I said, we're gonna square all this off, and then there'll be a couple pins right here where I'm at, and then a couple more pins with an alleyway here to sort and whatnot. And then I gotta run, we got water right there in the corner, and I'm gonna put a couple automatic waters in here, and then I'm gonna run probably one over here, and then another one somewhere over in here on automatic waters. They'll be really nice once I get those done. So I forgot the other thing I got to do is I'm gonna throw the bale spear on real quick. I got to grab that big hay feeder I got over in that lot and move it over for the fresh cows. I'm going to their manure is way too loose for my liking. And so I'm going to start locking them up at night and feeding them dry hay at night, and only let them out on pasture during the day. until I kind of get their diet right, because these cows came from, the only thing I can think of, because these are the most sensitive cows I've ever been around as far as protein and green grasses and alfalfa and all that stuff, but they came from north central Nebraska, and so I'm guessing our grasses are a little more powerful down here, maybe, especially this time of year. And I'm just having a heck of a time getting the right consistency in their manure. I thought I kind of had them cleared up, and then with some dry hay, and then I moved them over to another paddock, and they started getting the runs again. So at night I'm just going to start locking them up and feeding them dry hay. Messing with the camera, I didn't have my bucket up all the way, and I sliced the gate. Pushed the hinges back. I'm gonna have to come back and fix that in a little bit. I'm gonna close up these gates here in these lots right here. I'm gonna let let the horses in here. Nothing's been in here for a while, so all the weeds and grasses are starting to grow up a little bit. So I'm gonna let the horses in here and let them eat it down. Hi, Georgia. You guys haven't met the horses yet. So this here is Lena Marie. Hey, sweetheart. And whoop, there we go, Georgia Grace. She gets a little jealous sometimes. We had Georgia first, so. And then that's Vito. Vito the goat. You guys want in here? Watch out. Watch out. Can you back up a little bit? Why are you guys crowding me so much? Come on. The girls are over here. Let's see what they're up to. My beautiful trophy wife. What are you doing?
Mommy, Dad, what did I have with my eggs?
Would you have your eggs this morning? Sausage.
I had sausage.
Yeah, she actually ate a sausage link. 2 of them.
You ate a sausage link?
Yeah, big step.
Good job.
She's so picky, just like her mother. No! I gotta jump this old girl. Batteries were dead. I really gotta get that voltage regulator fixed. This is annoying. This shouldn't take too long. It's just a couple passes I gotta make right here in the pasture. I got to adjust this a little bit. This setting right here levels out the implement, and this hitch is higher than the hitch on the 4430 by about just a few inches, and I'm pretty sure I've got this set. I think I had it on the 4430 last. I noticed when I was disking up the back there on those 13 acres, it was kind of riding high in the front just a little bit, which I didn't really care back there, but up here I need to adjust it a little. So what I did was I tightened it to shrink the gap here. And by shrinking that gap, that'll tilt the implement down because the tongue is a little bit higher. Yeah, that was more for me, not for you. I'm gonna let these batteries charge up overnight. I think before I take this old girl on a road trip, I'm gonna swap out this tire for that one. That one's looking pretty rough, even for my taste. I don't think she'll make the gravel, even though we're only going a few miles. Yeah, I think that's a good call. These are I need to get a couple new tires for this anyway. Hell, that one up there and this one down here are off of one of the gravity wagons. The rim and tire and everything. In fact, that thing, one of those wagons is up on blocks because I've stole all the wheels off of it. But I need to, they're just an 11L15, which is a very common implement tire size. I need to get a couple of them just to have around. All right, I got this old girl charging up, and now we're gonna head over and check on those calves and drop off that mineral. I already got that mineral loaded, and then I got a new hose too for the hose reel. All right, I can barely see the babies way up there in the corner. I got their soda and their salt and mineral out for them, so they should be good to go. I'm gonna go fill their water. So I got a new hose for this hose reel. This hose was my grandparents'. It's old. It's time for a new one. My camera died when I was over there, but I got the calves, those heifers, watered, and got their mineral dropped off. And I just got home. I'm not gonna have time to make it over to that other guy's place to disc up that little patch. It's about 5 o'clock, and I forgot I got a meeting tonight, so I got to get started milking here real quick. But I just got home, and the fresh cows are coming up to get a drink, so I'm running out here quick to lock them in. That way I don't have to go back down and get them. Save us both a trip. Well, hello ladies. It's about that time. I need to get you out and ride you. At this point, they're pretty much just pasture pets. I haven't ridden on these ladies. Gosh, it's been, I don't even know. It's been since, gosh, it's got to be 5 years I haven't been on them. When you have kids, you get busy. Well, that's gonna do it. Oh, that's dark. There we go. That's, look at that. Mama left, look at that, came right in the house, and the alarm goes off for the oven. Mama left supper in the stove, and right as I walk in, the alarm goes off. And so is my reminder alarm. It doesn't get any more convenient than that. It smells delicious. I don't know what she made, but it smells wonderful. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I got to after I get done milking, or well, if I got time before the meeting, or I'll do it afterwards, but I still gotta throw some hay in that feeder for those dry cows, and I think that's it. But anyway, thanks for coming along. Hope you found it interesting. If you know anybody else that you think might like this, go ahead and share it with them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got some more stuff coming out. We got some more field work to do. I got some manure I got to get spread, and just lots of things going on right now, especially because it's spring. In fact, we're going to be cutting hay probably here in the next, I'd say in the next 10 or 12 days, something like that. The alfalfa is looking pretty ripe. Grass is a little bit behind, although we're not going to have much grass to cut this year because it's all going to be pasture. It's all getting grazed. But as far as the alfalfa goes, we're going to have quite a bit of alfalfa this year, and it's looking pretty ripe. So anyway, stay tuned for that stuff, and we appreciate you watching. If you're still around, we really appreciate it, and hopefully you enjoy what we're putting out. So you guys take care, and we'll see you in the next one.